Yesterday, my children, my mom, we were at a bookstore called Eslit in Pingtung downtown. Anyways, my kids, because as a librarian, I try to foster a love for reading and literacy. They picked out lots of books, I would say about 20, well illustrated in both Chinese characters as well as English. And they're pop-ups with those cardboards where you can move them, so they're kind of interactive. They also pick coloring books such as Paw Patrol, even though she's 7 years old. There was kid at heart. And he picked out a few toys as well. And normally when I go with them, I would allow them to buy 5 books, 10 books, provided the Chinese characters text has to be in big font sizes. Otherwise, I don't like tiny sizes. It's hard enough to read the hand stroke. Never mind how tiny the fonts are. And like, it's no wonder all these Taiwanese people are wearing glasses. The text is so tiny. I can hardly see the strokes, never mind literacy. Anyways, the point was, as we gathered to go out, my mom started spewing out the most loathsome things. I was shocked. She said, "Those are useless books. Those are no good. That's like I can't believe all these horrible things. Like, you're too big for those books. You know, there's just so many awful things, basically just trashing the books." And I was like, holy smokes, people took time and effort to illustrate them, to creatively come up with stories, and my mom just trashed them like they were garbage. I mean, yes, my mom doesn't have a love or passion nor likes reading. She's not like me. I'm just a lifelong learner who loves to go to school and have education and keep studying. I'm studying till we speak today. Yes, I'm in my, like, I don't want to give you my age, but I've just almost been in school almost my whole life. Let's just say that. Just collecting degrees, 1 bachelor after 2 masters, after going to a PhD and transferring to another program later on in the other PhD school. And in spite of all that, I still go online, learn a lot of self-education programs, and I just love learning. Because knowledge to me and information is power. The more you know, the better you are, right? So after my mom kind of just like, don't buy this, throw this out, you don't need this, da da da. After all that bashing, I was so horrified. I hope my daughter did not internalize or register any of that crap that my mom said. So when my mom left the room, I quickly grabbed my daughter and I said, honey, I'm so glad that you love to read. It's a great idea, and you like to read lots of books, which is just amazing. Now, because of budget, we're not gonna buy these 20 books. However, I will take you to the library and you can borrow 14 books at a time in your account. I'll create you a library card here in Pingtung, and you can borrow 14 books at a time. Let's just pick only a few books because they're not the cheapest books, right? Books in Taiwan I thought were more affordable, but I guess more or less the same price as Canadian books maybe. And then some of them are also imported, right? Like English books are imported stories. So I told her at her level she needs to read grade 2, not board books anymore. Anyways, I allowed her to just pick a couple of books that we're all kind of consecutively all kind of agreed to. It was at her level. It had some longevity. It wasn't gonna be one of those books where she reads one time and it's put to the side forever, that perhaps her baby brother will like. Anyways, I got him a set of Vehicles Motor Transportation paperbacks, which is more affordable. It's not like we can't afford it. It's just, for me, it's would it last? Is he gonna rip it apart? Is it gonna, like, be something he'll read over and over? And I think it will, because he loves transportation, things on wheels. My daughter likes dogs, so she'll read lots of books on dogs. And so we kind of agreed to just pick like 4 books per child. That way it doesn't rip their dad's wallet too much. So in a sense, I kind of feel bad that my mom was saying all these awful things about books when, I think it's great to have read lots of books, and for those aspiring writers and illustrators to create all these great imaginative stories for kids to learn, right? I remember I like stories. Even to today, I like children's books because of illustrations. If anything else, a well-made book, large font size, for kids to keep in their hearts, besides their bed to read. I think it's such a special treasure. Perhaps when my mom grew up, she didn't have that, bedtime story times and, illustrative books to just kind of, trigger the imagination. So I had to kind of uninstall my mom said about trashing all those books, and then, reprogram and install more positive, better ideas into my daughter's head, so that she'll continue, lifelong of reading and enjoying books. Because it took her a while. Grade 1, I remember she just had no interest. She'll flip through picture books and that's it, and she'll look at kindergarten level books and that was that. And she didn't really like reading the Chinese characters. I know the phonetics and everything, it can be challenging. However, in grade 2, oh my gosh, she just turned around. She loved drawing. She loved reading books, and I just allow her, right? I don't say, hey, that book is too easy, don't read it. I just, we read together during dinner times because that's when she's home, and so that's what I continue fostering a love for reading.